Ndị be anyị ndewonu. Anyị sị ka ọ mara na anyị mma n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị sịkwa ka nke onye chiri ya zelụkwa. Ebe anyị si were wetara ya bụ ozi n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị nke taa bụ Eastern News 24. Ya bụ ozi bụ gbasịta maka ya bụ ife na-ada na-akpọtụ n'obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya, anụ nwere ụwa na-azọ n'ala Igbo. Ozi anyị wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa bụ according to the Biafran activists wetara n'iru akwụkwọ as he quote, breaking news. A massive panic ahead of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu final judgment on 20th of November as a powerful message from one of the Biafran activists. War would break out if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is sentenced. Hear the news in details. Alright, this update is according to the Biafran activists with Raya Bosi Niru Akwụkwọ. Dịka ihe ga-abụzi kabalụ kiri ya tia n'ife okwu and tụsakwa bụ
20th that the Federal High Court has decided to going to lay judgment on Nnamdi Kanu. We are not going to predict that something bad is going to happen, but everybody pay close attention. Now, all the attorneys and the judge, even the judge, Justice Omotosho himself, the attorney, all the attorneys that are representing the federal government, all of them are Yoruba people. Then the attorneys that are representing Nnamdi Kanu are Igbos. So this is now looking like Yoruba versus Igbos. That is number one. And number two, we have seen a lot of crises and protests of Igbo must go in Yoruba land, especially Lagos. Igbo must go, which is sparking a big hatred and tribalism, a big isolation or division between the Igbos and Yorubas. And number three, in Lagos, we have seen the 16 people that allegedly plotted a coup against this federal government, and none of them were Igbos. And these our Yoruba brothers that are promoting tribalism in this country, you didn't say anything about it. Demolition and destruction of properties that majorly belong to Igbos. That is number three. And number four, we have seen rename of some major significant areas in Lagos. Some significant areas in Lagos that are named after Igbo names because of their significant impact in Lagos. We are renamed to Yoruba. So there is a big tribalistic war going on the ground. What I'm going to say here in essence is that, see all of you promoting this thing, but the reason why I'm making this video is that if you are rooting for your people, rooting for your Yoruba brothers, promoting tribalism in this country, supporting this tribal underground war that is going, demolition of properties, Igbo this one, Igbo that one, whoever God that you are serving, go and bow down and pray to that God and nothing happens to Nnamdi Kanu. You understand? All the attorneys and judges representing the federal government, they are Yoruba people. Major significant ministry offices in Nigeria are Yorubas. All the major significant positions in this country are occupied by Yorubas. Now, after the coup was plotted, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself, he sacked all the service chiefs and represented the new service chiefs. Most of them were still Yorubas. The CDS, Chief of Defense Staff now, is now a Yoruba person. So, all of this thing going on between federal government and Nnamdi Kanu is actually looking like a tribal war. See what is happening in Lagos and see Igbo must go, Igbo this one, Igbo that one, going on everywhere. You know, you people have not been in war before. You don't know what it feels like. But that's why you are agitating for it, rooting for war. The Igbos have been in war and they fought it for good 3 years and they survived it. If you are Muslim, you are Christian, you are our Yoruba brothers that are rooting for this tribal war, that are supporting this tribal war on the ground, whichever God that you are serving, go and pray to that God and nothing happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because if anything happens to him, maybe that thing you are looking for, you will get it. Now, to our Igbo brothers and anybody in this country that is not supporting this broad daylight injustice, everybody should not wait till something happens to the man before they can take action. It's on this 20th that is coming now. There should be like thousands of people in Federal High Court in Abuja. There should be like thousands of people in Federal High Court Abuja. On 20th, there should be thousands of people there.
All right, my great people, you're welcome back. Okay, you've heard it, what this guy said. All the things that this guy said here make sense, and it's true. He talked about all the judges that will be presiding over the final judgment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are Yorubas. And also he talked about the recent coup that happened in Nigeria. It was almost Yoruba people. Hausa people that plotted the coup. It's just few, I think 2 Igbos that were named. Now, this 20th final judgment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, like he said as well, that Nigerians should pray that nothing happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he hoped that nothing will happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That Igbos, they have been in war, and they know what war is all about. That if anything happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it will not be business as usual, which is true. Another thing here I want to say is this 20th final judgment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Like now in Nigeria, everywhere, everybody, the whole world now, will paying attention on that day. And if they go ahead to sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which I still maintain they will not, there will be something that will happen that day. They will try to stop the sentencing that day. They will not, because people, the whole world, everyone is waiting and will be watching and listening what the outcome will be. If they sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that means Nigeria have declared war. They have declared war against Igbos. The Biafrans, Igbo people will not take it lightly. And Nigeria and Omotosho and the justice and the court, federal court, they know that. They're aware of that. Now there is pressure mounting, piling up. And I know for sure that that day, being the 20th of November, is going to be one of the, let me put it this way, it's going to be one of the the toughest day in the history of justice in Nigeria. Now, you all know that this current trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has exposed a lot of things. It has exposed so many things regarding this trial. The laws they are using to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, dead laws that don't supposed to be used on this trial, they are using it. And as well, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been found not guilty in the same court in Nigeria on I think that was 2023. 2023. They found him not guilty, discharge him. That's another thing that the Kenya court have also declared, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted. He was kidnapped. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya, remission to Nigeria. And there is no court in this planet of Earth that's supposed to try him, more or less of sentencing him. So with all these evidences and with all this proof, if the Nigerian court goes ahead on that 20th to sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it will be the end of it. It will be the end of it. And which I know, I maintain that they will not try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will not judge or sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on that 20th. Like this guy said, let that 20th, let nothing happen. And he prayed that nothing will happen, like they will not sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on that day, 20th. So we hope and we pray that something different will happen on that day, 20th. And it will mark the end of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's detention.
Ebuma na-ege ntị, edalụ niile nukwu si wee na-anụ olu m ụbọchị nke taa na Eastern News 24 bụ ebe anyị si were wetara ya bụ nnukwu ozi gbasara maka ya bụ ife na-emenụ. Ka efi were ikwu gbasara maka ya bụ ife ndị anyị wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa n'iru akwụkwọ.